All right. I got YouTube. I've got Facebook somewhere. Oh, I've been working on jewelry and my shoulders are just aching today. I was supposed to go to the gym, but my daughter texted said she wasn't feeling well and I wasn't feeling great. So um, we decided not to go to the gym today, and that's perfectly okay. Lady, you were fine over in the other chair. I need her not to be in my way. All right. Share. Join us tonight. Oops, tomorrow. I put tomorrow. Tonight. So my husband this morning told me it was going to be 48 degrees outside. So I left the house without a jacket on. I don't think I got to 48. It was cold all day. Oh, and the wind. And then I got a phone call from one of our customers who's in Pennsylvania, and they were ordering pump topper frames. You know, like you go to a gas station and they have the advertisement and the little frames. Um, they were ordering, let's see, they ordered 3 cases, so that's 18 frames for a couple of stores because the wind has been so bad out there. They're all getting damaged. So I'm glad we're over here and it's not terribly windy out. All right. That feel washed out in part of this. I don't know. Maybe play with my lights again. Okay. There we go. Hi, lady. All right. Welcome to the study of the Bible in a year. We're starting a new week. We're on perseverance. We're on week 27. Day 1, Hebrews 12, 1 through 2. But first, let's read our I am statement for today. Our I am statement today is we're on day 20 of 40. I am a friend of God. John 15:15. I no longer call you servants because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father I have made known to you. Our reflection is God no longer calls you a servant but a friend, sharing his heart with you. Our prayer tonight is thank you, Lord, for calling me your friend. Let me cherish and deepen this relationship. Amen. Now, don't forget, you can get your own copy. It's a little bit different than what I'm doing there, but you can get your own copies of I am statements. This one, this one, this one. This one, I am who God says I am, is the 40-day version. This is the faith and fitness version, and this is a 50-day I am statement book. And the cool thing about these is you go through them once, and then you go through them twice, and then you go through them again. You just keep going over and over them, and getting this from book knowledge to head knowledge to heart knowledge, so that it becomes a part of who you are. All right, here we go. Going to read the chapter on it here. Perseverance. Synopsis. Perseverance is the spiritual stamina to continue in faith despite obstacles and challenges. It develops through testing and leads to spiritual maturity and proven character. Running with endurance. The call to run with perseverance, the race marked out for us, Hebrews 12, 1 through 2, frames the Christian life as a marathon rather than a sprint. This isn't about short bursts of spiritual energy, but steady, sustained faithfulness. Like distance runners who pace themselves for the long journey, we're called to fix our eyes on Jesus and maintain steady progress in our spiritual race, knowing that endurance matters more than speed. James's promise that the one who perseveres under trial will receive the crown of life, James 1:12, connects endurance with eternal reward. This isn't about earning salvation, but about demonstrating its reality through sustained faithfulness. Like gold tested in fire, our faith proves genuine through its ability to endure trials while maintaining its essential character. Paul's description of how suffering produces perseverance, character, and character hope, Romans 5:3 through 4, reveals the transformative power of endurance. Each challenge we face becomes an opportunity for spiritual development. Like a muscle that grows stronger through resistance, our spiritual stamina increases through facing and overcoming obstacles with faith. The encouragement to not grow weary in doing good, 2 Thessalonians 3:13, acknowledges that fatigue is real but not final. Weariness in service is natural, but we're called to push through it by focusing on the harvest to come. Like farmers who continue working despite tiredness because they believe in the coming harvest. We persist in faithful service because we trust God's promises. Galatians reminds us that at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. This agricultural metaphor teaches us that the gap between sowing and reaping requires patient endurance. Like a farmer who can't rush the growing season, we must learn to persist faithfully between our obedient actions and their fruit. The promise to the church in Philadelphia to hold on to what you have, Revelation 2:10, shows that perseverance isn't always about doing more, but sometimes about maintaining what we've already received. Like guards protecting a treasure, we're called to faithfully preserve the truth and practice we've been given. That doesn't make a complete sentence. Like guards protecting a treasure, we're called to faithfully preserve the truth and practice must be what we've been given. This week, let's examine our spiritual endurance. Where are we tempted to give up or lose heart? How might our perspective change if we viewed our current challenges as training and perseverance rather than obstacles to avoid? Let's look for ways to strengthen our spiritual stamina, remembering that the race isn't won by the swiftest, but by those who faithfully endured to the end. Did you guys catch Lady's ugly look there? Oh, she's mad. All right. Our blessing this week is may God strengthen your heart to press on this week, knowing that every step of faithful endurance brings you closer to his promise. Our 3 reflections this week are: what goal have you been tempted to give up on? Which one? What small step could you take this week to renew your commitment? Number 2, where do you need endurance right now? How could you break this challenge into smaller, more manageable steps this week? And number 3, who inspires you with their perseverance? How could you learn from them or thank them this week? I have to think about this a little bit because there's a lot of these are hitting home for me. You're not getting up here. And it can pertain to all different things in life. It can pertain to ministry. It can pertain to your job. It could be, for me, these are all hitting like my faith and fitness goals. I'm just recently finally getting back to the gym, and then not feeling well today kind of put us back a day, but it's okay. We are going to get through it. We're going to endure going to the gym. It's just a matter of getting back on track. But when your body needs to rest, you have to listen and let your body rest, right? Yes. The answer is yes. Rest is not laziness. All right. James 1. Nope, sorry. Not James. Hebrews. Hebrews 12, which is known as the faith chapter. Surprisingly, in this Bible, I don't have it. I think it's the faith chapter anyway. I don't know. Usually I have that chapter completely highlighted in most of my Bibles. All right, Hebrews 12, verses 1 and 2 in the NIV says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. That's my favorite verse in the whole Bible. I got Philippians 13 and I got Proverbs 3:5-6. But that for the joy set before him, he endured the cross. Do you know that you were the joy set before him? I learned that in a Bible study years ago, and I have held on to that. It's such a beautiful verse. All right, we're going to read 1 through 3 in the Message. Do you see what this means? All these pioneers who blazed the way, all these veterans cheering us on. Now they're referring to Moses and all of those who went before us in the Old Testament, and Noah. It means we'd better get on with it. Strip down, start running, and never quit. No extra spiritual fat, no parasitic sins. Keep your eyes on Jesus, who both began and finished this race we're in. Study how he did it, because he never lost sight of where he was headed. The exhilarating finish in with God. He could put up with anything along the way, cross, shame, whatever. And now he's there in the place of honor right alongside God. When you find yourselves flagging in your faith, go over that story again, item by item. That long litany of hostility he plowed through, that will shoot adrenaline into your souls. If you can remember why Jesus died on the cross, he died for you. You may not think that you're worth dying for, but Jesus knows and feels that you were worth dying for, and that's why he did it. This is just a beautiful story. I wanted to see, so the beginning of 2, because he never left sight of where he was headed. Yeah, it doesn't say it so eloquently in there that we are the joy set before him, but we are. All right, let's read this in one more passage in the Passion Translation, and then I'll let you go. I'm going to throw some ice on my back, I think. I don't know. Just it's hurting today. All right. Probably a good thing we didn't go to the gym. All right. Hebrews 12, 1 through 2. As for us, we have all of these great witnesses who encircle us like clouds. So we must let go of every wound that has pierced us and the sin we so easily fall into. Then we will be able to run life's marathon race with passion and determination, for the path has already been marked out for us. We look away from the natural realm and we focus our attention and expectation onto Jesus, who birthed faith within us and who leads us forward into faith's perfection. His example is this: because his heart was focused on the joy of knowing that you would be his, he endured the agony of the cross and conquered its humiliation, and now sits exalted at the right hand of the throne of God, which is where you are also if you have accepted Christ. Alrighty, I'll be back on here tomorrow night with another episode. I am trying to get this piece of paper off of here so I can read that next. All right. Thank you for watching tonight, the study of the Bible in a year. I'll be back on here tomorrow night with day 2. We'll be on James chapter 1, verse 12. And until we see each other again, stay rooted in God's goodness, stay wrapped in the love of Jesus, and know that you, yes, you, are deeply loved. Have a great night. See you next time.